Eleanor and the Egret #1, written by John Layman, art by Sam Keith, and colors by Rhonda Pattinson. An art heist book with art that belongs Roy Lichtenstein size on a wall. This is one of the many reasons I love Aftershock comics. First off, the plot is what you'd expect, at least on the surface. It's an art heist series, so we see, though not in order, casing the joint, pinching the $1 million artwork after hours, a quirky detective on the case, and the only clue is a feather. This leads the New Yorker-styled Sherlock Holmesian detective to meet with Eleanor at a pet shop, which goes just as a hey sort of thing. No, not a hey thing from Moana. As with any book, the skeleton of the premise is only a starter point when it comes to the writing. John Layman, many may know as the guy that wrote Chew, and I kind of get the quirky vibe of that in this. Eleanor as a character we don't get a lot of character building time with, but this is the first issue and it is split up between Eleanor's burglary and the detective, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. We get a great grasp of this character on a basic level that does give it a, yeah, this is pretty great, can't wait for the next issue kind of feel. But Eleanor isn't that definable of a character either, if that makes sense. We see her at the beginning finding the egret egg, then the heist bit, and then at the pet shop, and each version seems almost disconnected. I say almost because it's easy to go, well, she's different from her past self and when she's on a heist, which is a fair point, but it just makes a unique sub-mystery, if that makes any sense, I know. It's good is all I'm trying to say. But as much as I liked Layman's writing, this is a tour de force from Sam Keith and Rhonda Pattinson. How do I quantify this art? I mean, I make the joke about the detective being a New Yorker style because of some of the covers that publication has had, but this is definitely influenced by Art Nouveau as a whole, as well as other famous paintings that just pull through on both a subtle level or just hitting you in the face that really overshines the great writing. I don't mean that in a bad way, but Layman's characters, plots, and all give Keith and Pattinson a true canvas to create a book worthy of staring at, and, because I think every critic has made this joke, I want to eat this book. Yes, that's a reference to the last page of this book, so if you're curious just what I meant by that, well, check it out. It truly is a beautiful book, even when it's just two characters meeting in a pet shop talking. Side note, Eleanor on the cover here really makes me think of Sunday at the Park. But either way, Stephen Gamble. That's who this art reminds me of, or at least part of the art. The line work, the soft but deliberate inking, and even the coloring from Pattinson acts similar to how Gamble used the grayscale on his covers. Well, okay, for specific parts of that, and even then, there's artists like Antoine de Saint, whatever his face, who did The Little Prince, or even Tintin sometimes really has been brought up by reviewers, that really makes this actually a show of many different art styles that begs to be looked at more and more. So my verdict on this is kind of simple. Buy it. Buy it means that this is totally worth the cover price, and maybe even a collect it with one hard copy for reading and one in an airtight hard plastic that can survive a nuke. As always, links to buy this are in the description. Man, I need to get Comixology to start sponsoring me since I've been giving them like years of free press. Either way, go out and buy it. But that's all for today. If you agree that this comic was great, or if the art gave you indigestion, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other two channels, ComicSins and A Comic a Day, for even more comic book reviews, discussions, and fun. Please become a patron to support these channels, and soon, with your help, we'll be able to actually afford a real editor so I can get more vids out and have real editing throughout these vids. So, as always, stay golden, Inklings.